What's poppin' YouTube? It's your boy FCTHETRUTH, and we're back with another video. In this video, we got LL Cool J going off on DJ Akademiks for calling the pioneers of hip-hop dusty, washed up, irrelevant. I agree with LL Cool J 100%. Let's get to the clip.
All right. Okay. So, you guys might want to record this. Make sure you're recording this or screen recording it or something so that you guys get it. I don't go live a lot. I haven't really been going live since, the pandemic, but this is something that came to my attention. It came to my attention that a DJ, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't think it's necessary. A DJ basically said that, a lot of the pioneers in hip hop are, they're dusty, or how can they be the person that, invented hip hop if, they don't have a lot of money. Or if they don't look or represent like they have a lot of dough, right? Let me explain something to you, and say this for you guys. Don't confuse someone's ability to develop a business model. Don't conflate. In other words, don't think just because somebody knows how to get money or fails to get money that they didn't make a contribution to the culture. No one discusses Miles Davis's bank account. We don't talk about John Coltrane's bank account. We don't talk about a lot of even rock musicians, a lot of them. We don't talk about their bank accounts. A lot of great country artists, we don't talk about their bank accounts. This idea that you have to have money or else you don't have any value is a bad idea, and it's kind of like, it's a misinformed way of looking at the world and the culture. There are artists out here. First of all, let me say this. First of all, let's talk about young artists, right? Who I love. I love the young artists. Let's be clear. I'm very much a guy who embraces the young artists. I believe in every generation. I believe in you. I care about you. Let me say this to you though. Today, you could come up with your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your 20-year plan. You can go find a manager. You can find an accountant. You could find somebody that means something to you, to help you. You could find a team to help your career go to the next level. When hip hop first started, there were no managers. There were no accountants that believed in it. Record companies didn't even believe in it. Nobody believed in it. How can you make a 5-year plan or a 10-year plan on something that doesn't even exist yet, that people have never even heard of? So just because a couple of these guys and girls and people out here made songs and made music and made contributions to this culture, or even dancers danced and made these contributions go, just because they didn't get rich, just because they weren't able to pile up millions or billions of dollars, does not mean that they didn't make a contribution to this culture. That does not mean that they didn't do something. They created an industry that we all ate off of. They created an industry that you eat off of. When you go out there and you go monetize your brand, when you go get your whatever and do what you got to do to build your career, when you go out there and negotiate your deals and negotiate your checks and talk tough, guess what? That money, that bread, that food that you eating was created by those same people that you disrespected. That industry was created by them same people that you call in, foul words, foul language. The people that you're referring to. So my thing is this. It's always good. It's always good to get money. It's always important. It's important. It's important to get money. I agree. I'm all about getting paper. I've been talking about it my whole career. But don't ever, ever, ever confuse being rich with making a contribution to our culture. Don't ever play yourself like that again. Because trust me, you playing yourself. Because without these dudes and these girls who started this hip hop culture, a lot of the guys that's out there talking tough, you wouldn't even have a career. We'd be on the corner with a beer talking about what's the next move we gonna make. So I would say, approach this game with humility and be glad and be thankful that these pioneers, exactly, slave mentality. Be glad that these pioneers help create this culture. And let's show them love. Let's elevate them. Let's celebrate them. That's why I started Rock the Bells. That's why I started this movement. So I wouldn't have to listen to foolish rhetoric about people that changed the world. These people changed the entire world. The whole planet runs on hip hop culture right now. The whole planet, every commercial, everything you could think of is all about hip hop. And there are people out there that started this thing, and I think that they deserve to be honored and respected.
We got to start weeding out people that don't have real genuine love for the culture, real genuine love for hip hop. We got to start weeding these guys out. All right, so I'm not going to go as far as to call DJ Akademiks a culture vulture, but sometimes he really shows his true colors, and it seems like he's a culture vulture. Sometimes when he talks, he's almost worse than DJ Vlad. He's worse than a lot of people that people say are culture vultures. Like, the way he talks about hip hop is just disrespectful, and it's sad really, because DJ Akademiks is not young. I'm tired of, he's not a young popping 18-year-old, 19-year-old, 20-year-old, 22-year-old. Dude's like about 30 years old, 31 years old. So it's like, dude, you're 30 years old. Stop acting like you're like a 20-year-old and you just can't relate to the hip hop pioneers, and you don't know. It's like, show some respect for the pioneers of hip hop. This is the like LL Cool J was saying, they're the reason that you're in the place you're able to do what you're doing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is Joe Budden's best friend, and I'm like, Joe, can you talk to DJ Akademiks and tell him to chill out and quit making a fool of himself on Twitch? Like, he's talking like this elitist. It's like, okay, you got money, you got success, and now you're going to put down the pioneers of hip hop that broke open the doors for you to be able to eat and make money and be able to like spend, go on vacations, go to Miami, get money, party with all these women, and have all this fun. Like, all the fun he's having, that's because of the same dudes that he's calling dusty. They're the reason he can mess with IG models and then pop bottles with Fresh and Fit and do all these cool things and ride around in Lambos. You're riding around in Lambos because of the pioneers of hip hop breaking open the doors. Like, it's like it can really get to, it's really sad. I'm almost speechless, because it's like, why would he ever disrespect the dudes that paved the way? The best way I can say is, like, they just don't respect the culture. They don't respect where hip hop started. They don't respect lyrics. They think it's just entertainment. That's it. They don't think of it as culture. They just think of it as entertainment. And it's like, it's just a silly thing that it's like, it's no real love for the music. It's no real love for the culture. It's just like a money grab. Like, okay, it's something that people like to consume in America. So for some reason, Americans love hip hop, so I'm gonna just like use this to get rich and use this to get money, and then once I get money, I'm just gonna laugh at you pioneers because you're dusty and you didn't get money. It's sad, man. I'm so grateful and proud of like LL Cool J for like doing this live and saying what he said. Nobody could have said it better, and nobody else. I just like the fact that he's so well respected in hip hop. His words carry weight. You know what I mean? When LL Cool J speaks on a topic with this type of passion, you can tell he meant every word of that. And it's like, and I know people are like, well, DJ Akademiks, he's been like this forever. We've been trying to get him out the culture. We've been trying to get him out of here. I'm not a cancel culture type of person. I don't want nobody to cancel DJ Akademiks because he disrespected the hip hop pioneers. That's not what this is about. It's the fact that some people, they get money and they refuse. It like inflates their head, and it's like they refuse to even acknowledge that they said something wrong. Their ego so big, it's like, I won't even apologize. I'm big Ak. I'm Akademiks. Don't ever play with me. And it's like, yo, what you said is it's kind of like it's the worst thing that anybody could say that's profiting off of hip hop, that's making money off of hip hop. And it's like, man, like, he owes the pioneers of hip hop apology. Like, how could you say, that's like me running into Rakim and being like, oh, Rakim's nobody, he's old and dusty. It's like, if it wasn't for Rakim, we wouldn't have numerous lyricists. We wouldn't have a lot of dudes. We wouldn't have Nas. We wouldn't have, who knows, it's all these amazing artists that's Rakim was my inspiration. There's tons of rappers that came up, that superstars that say Rakim is my inspiration. They don't never say, oh, well, Rakim's broke. Not to say I'm not saying Rakim's broke, but I'm just saying if he was, it doesn't matter if he's broke or rich. He contributed to the Run DMC. It's so many legendary rappers that like contributed to the culture. It doesn't matter what their bank accounts are today. That doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to anybody else. And it's just, and again, that's what I'm saying. Certain time, like, we let people into the culture that don't love the culture and don't care, and we let them just get rich. And then when they get so rich, they start feeling themselves, and then they start revealing themselves like, yeah, I don't care about you dusty pioneers, you dusty rappers, washed up dudes. You didn't contribute nothing. You hold no value because you're not in a Lambo. You're not cruising around Miami in a Lamborghini. You suck. You know, and it's just like, what does that matter, man? That's how far we got away from music. That's how far we've got away from the culture of what is real. The foundation is like, okay, now if you're not rich in a Lamborghini with a ton of money, then you hold no value. You're nothing. And it's just like, come on, man. And you can tell this is like this. You can tell that this is just an Akademiks problem, because if you ask Joe Budden doesn't feel that way. I know Joe Budden's a lyricist and loves hip hop. I know he doesn't feel that way. He would never say, oh, the pioneers of hip hop is old and dusty. He just wouldn't say that. And it's like, and a ton of his peers wouldn't say that. People that he looks up to in hip hop wouldn't say that. Tons of people wouldn't. It only comes from a guy that's in media that doesn't respect hip hop to say, yeah, you guys are dusty. You guys don't have this. And it's like, man, it hurts my heart, man. It hurts my heart, because hip hop is like saved lives. It changed the world, and just the people that started it, they're the ones that actually deserve the money, the riches, and they'll never get it. They'll pass away. A lot of them already passed away, but it's just the fact that, like, you're eating off of this culture, and you're eating well. You're brokering deals for millions of dollars. You just bragging, oh yeah, I got another deal coming, and I got some stuff in the works, and I got this going, I got this, and you never think to look back and say, okay, if these pioneers didn't exist, I would be working at Target. If these pioneers didn't exist, I'd be at Burger King. May I help you, please? So it's like, is this what type of person Akademiks is, or is this what money turned Akademiks into? And I think a lot of people would probably say this is just how he is, because of the war in Chirac and just how he covers things, how he thinks. I think people would lean toward thinking that's just how he is. And I doubt that Akademiks is going to like clear this up or apologize. I don't know if he gets enough backlash, he might apologize, but I think in the heart of hearts, he really doesn't care. I feel like he's just a guy that feels like hip hop's just purely just entertainment. It's not culture. He doesn't love it. And it's just like, it's just a way to make a ton of money and live the best life you can live and get rich off of this culture and bounce. The goal is getting so rich, you don't even have to think about hip hop anymore. You just got passive income. So, and I could be totally wrong, but that's just how Akademiks came off when he went on Twitch and YouTube and start talking crazy. I know this is super long-winded. I'm just a real hip-hop head, hip-hop purist. Like, this kind of hits home. This is my bag, is hip-hop. Like, I just can't just say 2 words and be like, all right, I'm out. Like, if you rock with me, you're probably still listening to me ramble, because I ramble on the end of all of my videos. But I'm sorry, I apologize in advance. I had to be a little more long-winded because it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. There's so many people that just leech off of hip-hop and then just talk down to all the people that made this possible. And it's shameful. It's really shameful. And you can tell, I can even go deeper with, like, it's always this type of person or these type of people that do this type of stuff. But I don't want to even get into that, because I just, it can just be taken the wrong way, because I know people that's not like that, but it's a pattern of a certain type of individual that continuously just leeches off hip hop and then takes a big dump on the people, talk down to the people that created it. So yeah, before I start talking in circles, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for all the support, everybody that watches my videos, and leave a comment, like, subscribe. I'm out.